Among the Christian women of notoriety was Saint Francesca Romana, Frances of Rome, and she was born of a noble family in 1384. But what made her so great to be buried in a church with her name in the infamous Roman Forum? Now, interestingly enough, this church stands higher than the nearby Colosseum. Her remains right behind me are wrapped in linen, lie in a niche in the crypt right under the main altar. Now, Francis was married for 40 years, and during much of this time, Rome was at war and the city in chaos from political disorder and widespread disease. So St. Francis responded by converting her home into a hospital. She drove a wagon throughout the streets and collected the sick and the stranded to care for them. Miraculously, she cured many people and began the city's first orphanage. Now, Frances inspired many leading noble ladies to lead an indulgent life and join her in a life of prayer and good works. In 1433, she founded a congregation of lay oblates attached to a Benedictine monastery, which became later known as the Benedictine Oblate Congregation of Tor de Specchi, often simply referred to as the Oblates of St. Francis of Rome. Now, for the most part, these women live as nuns. Now, Francis' husband, Lorenzo di Ponciani, commander of the papal armies, was wounded in war, and he returned to Rome to die in the arms of his wife. After her husband's death, Frances entered her own congregation and soon became the superior. The convent itself lies inauspiciously amongst apartment flats and businesses in central Rome, close to City Hall, in an area known as the Campidoglio. As one of the great mystics of her time, Francis dictated 97 visions, including revelations about heaven and hell. In the monastery itself, there are striking frescoes depicting the scenes and miracles of the saint. Some of these are terrifying as they depict encounters with demons. Now, most of her life, she had a visible image of her guardian angel escorting her. St. Francis of Rome died on March 9, 1440, which became the day of her feast. She is the patron saint of many causes, including motorists, pilots, widows, and against plagues and the death of children. On her feast day in several areas of Rome, the priests bless vehicles and drivers. In the example of St. Francis of Rome, may all of faithful avoid desire for a life of privilege and toward a life of selfless service to the needy. St. Francis of Rome, pray for us, and God be with you.